the sunset. The day is ending.
Well, things have taken a massive turn for the worse. Massive turn for the worse. We've got a hallucinogenic Sam who's hallucinating BB-28 as Lou has seemingly died during an assault by unknown assailants on Sam's shelter. Badly injured Fragile and seemingly killed Lou, but obviously so Sam sort of hallucinated a BT baby crawling into the pod again, but after we came onto the Magellan here, some of the characters pointed out that it was empty, so it's obviously a trauma-induced hallucination, which, yeah, fair enough. But I think it's fair to... I can't imagine anyone playing the game at this point, or at least people who played the first game, would really believe that Lou is dead. I think that Lou is on a beach. He's on the beach somewhere. That is my belief. And after Deadman had hinted at some identity mix-ups between, well, the BB-20, there were two BB-28s, right? The original one and the false identity of our BB. So there's other questions as well. Yeah, Sam has either been out in the time fall or is going a bit grey from the stress of it all, which I think is more likely. So. Right, we need to prepare to leave. This is too joyous. I'm going to remove it. No new patches. I don't think there's anything else we can really do. There's probably some stuff we could read, but I think I read most of it. Okay, some of the new characters we've got. Right, so Fragile's auxiliary hands. According to Fragile, the hands belong to someone that is not of this world. They are linked to her car via the beach. Hands are meant to connect distant things. What? God! But I thought things couldn't get any weird. Right. Okay. So, okay. Who could that be? Deadman? I don't know. Right, Tarman. So we finally met some new characters, right? Because other than the actual, like, people who run the stations who were just tutorial voices. Okay, Tarman. An Aussie. Tarman's a doctor and a geophysicist who suffers from dooms. He's also responsible for piloting the DHV Magellan. More acronyms, which he does by inserting his right arm into the ship's nav console. Tarman's right hand is lost somewhere in the tar, and its presence there seems to allow him to read the tar currents. It's unclear how or when he developed this ability. His binoculars, which he always wears around his neck, serve no purpose in piloting the ship. Instead, they allow him to indulge his passion for birdwatching. Dollman. So, obviously, this made me think, with Fragile's auxiliary hands and now Dollman, we're seeing some sort of ability to inhabit objects from the beach, essentially. Or something similar to that, anyway. Although Dollman once possessed a physical body, aha, yes. Currently his soul, his car, resides within a small doll. He is a doomed sufferer and once worked as a medium, though he has since lost his powers. He does still have a deep connection with BTs and the dead. However, and his insight is deemed invaluable to Drawbridge. By Drawbridge. Dollman urges Sam to set out on his journey to connect Australia to the chiral network so that he may overcome his grief of losing Lou. Yeah. Right, well, if there's any more to read, we'll read it later, but... You know, it's like we're finally going to Australia, and I don't think any more speculation as to what's happened to Lou is going to be helpful until we progress the story a bit more. Tie your hair up, Sam. Oh, I've cut it off. Enjoy the luxury. He's not done anything. Are you joking, Sam? You look exactly the same! We're gonna dye his hair? Okay, this is a bit much. I wouldn't have presumed you to be so vain, Sam. I'm gonna start wearing a wig. I'm just gonna start wearing a wig. Just gonna show up one day with a massive wig on. I don't think anyone would have a problem with it. It'd be too awkward. Yeah, VR training, sure. I'm not sure I like this text messaging thing. New VR training program, Porter Mastery system. Yeah, combat and delivery exercises. Yeah, I'm really not interested. Seriously, man, stop texting me. Taking an interest in the new crew members. Yeah, I don't know. What are you guys? When you get text messages, part of me just like is irritated. Oh, it's just like you're spoiling my solitude here. You know, if you're on your own. Yeah. Can we just turn it off? Can we turn the phone off? Oh dear.
Sam, would you mind if I joined you?
Yes.
Humor him. His knowledge and experience will probably come in handy down the road.
Yes. Really, Sam? Your buttocks?
Yeah, God of War reference.
What about shotgun? I prefer the driver's seat.
Think you have a choice?
What was that just now?
You saw it too, huh? Let's just say it's nothing new. I always got these flashes when I hooked up the pod.
Ah, the bleed-through effect, wherein the BB's memories are conflated with one's own.
No.
I'm sure someone explained it to you before. Though this is a little different, of course.
I really gotta deal with this shit again.
Sam, do you read me? You'll first need to access the Mexico side plate gate terminal. After we've confirmed network coverage, we can take the DHV Magellan and regroup at your position.
Yeah, so as I think I said at the end of the last video, it's sort of it raises questions because obviously in the first game none of the memories were BB-28s. They were all Sam's memories from when he was a BB, right? All of them without exception. So that must be from Sam as well. But from my memory of the credits, the opening credits, I don't think that Mads Mikkelsen was in the game, so I don't know who that guy was who was screaming at us. What do you want me to do? I've got no equipment, so imagine we could stop over here, but...
I haven't been outside in a long while. Let's get going, hmm? If nothing else, this journey should give you a chance to mourn.
Just stop telling me how to feel. Alright, doll. I should have fabricated some stuff, shouldn't I? I don't think there were any materials though, were there? Oh, there were a few. Right, I just want to see what the easiest way is here, because this is up on a mountainside. Yeah, I think we're best just stopping off at the physics lab. Looking forward to actually getting one of those unicycles that Fragile had as well. That'll be fun. But yeah, I mean, I guess because Sam is so closed off in general to people he doesn't trust, doesn't necessarily say how he's feeling. Look at that thing. That feels very Metal Gear.
I meant it when I said I understand how you feel. But if you hold on to the sadness, it will weigh you down like an anchor. However much it hurts, you must carry on and do what only you can do. Grieve, of course. But keep moving, Sam. And when all is said and done, you can take stock and decide what's next.
Please don't tell me how to feel,
Don't
though.
worry, you got this.
Well, when I say it's very Metal Gear, I've played the first two Metal Gear games, or bits and pieces of them. When we move through the gate, it might get rid of all the materials we have anyway, but that's generally how jumping, fragile jumping works, so it might be the same thing.
Credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
But yeah, I don't think we've even got any like blood bags or anything. So I just want to get some basic supplies. So we'll just get some basic stuff. But I won't get too much of it. No. Sure. Utility pouch. Boot clip. Handgun holster. Backpack. Sweet. Right, just some basic stuff to get by with. And then we can sort of make our way up the mountain. Yeah, I think there's a footpath already, so. Now I might have just wasted all that, because if it's like a fragile jump we won't be able to carry it with us, but better safe than sorry, right? This game's about preparing for things. So I suppose we just have to hope there's not some sort of boss fight that we need to prepare for at this plate gate. But I think that this is going to be quite striking. Just because of how it looks on the map, it's got those huge prisms or whatever they were, like tombstone looking things that were in the opening cutscene. Yeah, and I meant to say, obviously the tagline or the subtitle for the game is "On the Beach," so you have to wonder. I don't know, what's that referring
So far,
to?
so good.
Is it maybe saying that the Earth is just becoming the beach, that everything from the beach is bleeding in to the point where the beach will become the new reality? Okay, this song is weirding me out a bit. A lot of Corallian in the air. Crawl through the tar to get through the fence. I don't know what that song was supposed to be, but oh god, it's not over. What is going on?
This ain't bad.
Well, it's not tar, fair enough. Yeah, well, that song felt really out of place. I don't know what that was about. Right. Who are these goons?
What's the deal with them?
I've never seen them before. They almost look like they're on a pilgrimage.
Yeah, looks like they're idolizing
You just
Amelie.
waltz right through the gate like that?
It would seem so. Once you extend coverage into Australia, the chiral network should afford us some additional security.
Or at least allow us to maintain a record of whoever uses the gate. It bears repeating that the UCA does not intend to restrict access to it. They only want to ensure safe passage for everyone traveling between the continents. Brace yourself, Sam. It's a gatequake. Oh. And a big one at that.
Let's make our way to the plate gate. Carefully.
So they were carrying a casket. Some of them had staffs that had an effigy of a woman in a hood on them, which could be Amelie, maybe? I don't know. Should we do an edgy walk, or should we run? I mean, I don't know why Sam wouldn't have... I don't know, did they look different to the soldiers who killed Lou? They were wearing red. Surely Sam... Well, Sam didn't see them, did he?
You got this.
Excuse me. But surely the description of Fragile saying that they were in red, he would respond very angrily to the sight of them and would just run in, I think. This feels a bit like Control, the way that this looks, doesn't it? Feels a bit like that. Particularly the DLC areas. No one would go through this much effort to go to Australia. The extinction entities.
Strange place, if ever I've seen one.
There's tar everywhere.
There should be a terminal this way. Let's keep moving.
Alright, mate. Honestly, I don't need... I don't need a permanent voice telling me what to do. Okay, Dollman? I will happily throw you in the tar, Dollman.
Okay, just a bit further now.
I can't believe, like, after I was moaning about like Die Hardman and the tutorialization and stuff, just where we look like we're going to be out on our own, they gave me a permanent tutorial voice. I didn't think they could. God's sake.
How you doing, Sam?
See, we're perfectly happy just talking to ourselves, doorman. I'm just going to walk slowly while we just try and take this in a bit. Rainbows. I don't know, it's just, I feel like the presentation of a lot of the things we've seen that are new so far, I don't know, it's making me feel like this is, a lot of this stuff is more metaphorical for some reason. I don't know why I'm getting this vibe, that it's like, you know, a metaphor for like Sam's grief and stuff, and like the mirror image thing there. I don't know.
This ain't bad.
Sizable city over there. Okay. Are we going to get a New Zealand DLC? Is that on the cards? Right, here's the gates.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Thanks again, Sam. The Chiral network connection to Australia is holding steady. And you'll be happy to hear we made it here in one piece. Just to let you know, when you come back to the DHV Magellan, our patron would like to talk to you.
What, the one you don't know? I thought I was just about to mention that. Well, they're just here now.
Order completed. Well done.
Welcome to Australia. This thing is awesome though, it must be said. Yeah, who is this strange benefactor going to be? I do really like this though, in comparison to a lot of the bridges design, which is a bit, feels a bit more what's the word I'm looking for? Clinical, right? It feels very like a science lab at times. Although it'd be nice if we could go in without the need of a cutscene.
Thank you, Sam. I'd like you to meet someone.
Oh good, if we got rid of the doll.
Hello, Sam. My name is Charlie.
Charlie's Drawbridge's patron.
Hear me out, Sam. I want you to help us bring Australia into the network. Drawbridge has been selected to oversee this critical operation. People saw what you did in Mexico and wanted more of the same.
What are you trying to pull?
There are reasons why I can't tell you who I am, Sam. But to be clear, I'm not APAS, nor am I your enemy.
What, you think I'm just gonna trust the words of some faceless mannequin?
I need you to trust me. I'm the one paying for this shit, and this whole operation, at considerable personal risk.
Oh,
Nah,
really?
I want to see a face, or no deal.
A face? Very well. Since you won't take it from me, maybe it should come from someone you know. How's this? Pick one of your old comrades, and I'll speak to you with their voice. Who would you like? Who would you trust?
No. Lochner, Hartman, Die Hardman? Die Hardman? The guy who killed me and my father. Yeah, sure. So I like Deadman, Hartman, and Lochner slash Mama. I'd probably go Deadman or Lochner. I'll go Deadman. I know we've heard from him already, but I'm hoping that we'll still get to run into Hartman and Lochner, but...
Call me Deadman. I'm well acquainted with the dead.
Oh, I'm happy with it.
Last I heard, he took a one-way trip to the beach. Seems a little soon, don't you think?
No, please, don't make me pick Die Hardman. I'll go Lochner.
It's been a while, but not really. Mulligan, Lochner, we're the same.
Sure.
As I'm sure you are well aware, Mama's Khan now resides within Lochner. Adding my persona to the two sounds confusing.
No, he's gonna make me pick Die Hardman. Oh, you motherfuckers. Why? Oh, this is a existential crisis.
Sam, it's Hartman.
Please.
No point. The man himself will be joining you on site in Australia.
Oh! Why? Oh, God. Oh.
Sam, this is Die Hardman.
No! Someone else. Fuck.
Sam, this is Die Hardman.
No.
All right.
Oh,
Pulling up
you.
his profile from the database.
Oh, I hate you,
How
Kojima.
about now, Sam?
Oh, this is...
Feeling more at ease already, I'm sure.
Oh.
You tell me, old buddy, if this is a UCA sanctioned op, who knows about it?
You misunderstand. Then again, there's a lot I still haven't explained to you, isn't there? I think it's time a certain someone made an appearance. I'd like you to meet the president.
The new president? The guy who took over after Die Hardman?
Not precisely. The UCA doesn't have a presidential system anymore. Die Hardman was the first and only president, making it one of the shortest-lived single executive administrations in history. One can only guess what he felt about it. Previously, the president was subject to the will of the people via popular vote every 4 years. APAS, however, is far more efficient. It can ascertain public opinion in real time and thereby determine the appropriate course of action. This led to the adoption of a new model.
President guy? You just told me he isn't really the president.
He is not the president of the UCA. Rather, he serves as the president of APAC. APAC is a privately owned corporation responsible for the operation and oversight of APAS, a service provider to which we may delegate day-to-day governance.
Okay.
Your performance in Mexico was exemplary. We cannot thank you enough. Well done. Truly. I firmly believe that the only ones capable of expanding the network into Australia
are those who helped establish it here at home. That means you, Sam. And you too, Fragile. APAS has determined that you have the highest probability of success in this endeavor.
APAS and the chiral network are all built on UCA tech. If you expand their reach beyond our borders, then you're expanding their influence as well, aren't you?
A valid concern. But it wasn't the UCA that made the final decision. It was APAC, a private corporation. The UCA has no involvement whatsoever in this matter. Sam, it may interest you to know that linking up Australia will also serve a greater goal. You see, the plate gate that connects North America and Australia only matured after you united America with the chiral network. On that basis, we believe that a new gate will manifest somewhere within Australia once full chiral connectivity is achieved. At that time, APAS should have sufficient data to calculate the location of other points of connection between continents. With this information, APAS can then proceed to extrapolate the positions of these landmasses. In other words, this mission is not just about linking up a single continent. By connecting Australia, we will be one step closer to reclaiming a pre-Death Stranding world where everyone is part of a greater whole. I hope my answer alleviates your concern somewhat.
No, not even
Guess
slightly.
so. Tell me, though, who's Charlie to you?
He may speak for me as necessary to ensure the operation proceeds according to plan. Our corporation, however, will calculate what factors are essential for your success and will provide you with direct support. Welcome aboard, Sam. Charlie, we'll take it from here.
It will be your job to travel the continent and connect the people, Sam. But know that everyone on this ship is ready and eager to back you up. You won't be on your own this time.
So, you're gonna do it?
No, Sam, put him back.
Did it before. Seems like the only thing I'm good at.
Okay. Sam's feeling a bit fatalist. Another dream sequence, perhaps? Not today.
Did you manage to get some sleep, Sam? I'd like to take a moment to go over the details of the request that Drawbridge has agreed to handle. Access the DHV Magellan's delivery terminal when you're ready to proceed.
Looks like you've been supplied with the Drawbridge crew hat. Try it on for size. I have a feeling it'll suit your style.
Get out of here, Charlie. Can't believe they've done this to me with Die Hardman. What are you doing in my room, doorman? This is a real person just spying on us now. Like, why can't Sam just say no? Just, you know, at least bluff, right? Until you can get some answers you wanted. Like, this is all this, like, so much smoke and mirrors here. It just seems so unnecessary. I mean, one thing I was thinking there after this Charlie doll thing popped up was, feels like they're really clearly going for a really strong theme of transhumanism with Dollman, with Fragile's hands being connected to someone's soul on the beach, and now this Charlie thing. It really does feel like transhumanism is going to be like, yeah, because one of the big themes in the first game was about how artificial intelligence couldn't be considered to have consciousness, and I don't know the relationship between biological beings and the beach, right, and consciousness and everything. Whereas it feels like they're not going back on that because this is still connected to the beach, all of these things. But it feels like it's entering like a grey area of the soul being something that permeates through different types of existence, whereas the body doesn't necessarily. Alright, so we should probably have a little read. I kind of want to crack on a little bit. Yeah, I'll tell you what, guys. I'm not ignoring the corpus by any stretch, but I want to get out there. Can we change Dollman's outfit? Can we change it to non-existent? No. We'll just keep you in your classic colours. Or we can change the BB colour. Let's go for a darker colour. Let's just go black. We've got the why me. I hate these caps. I really don't like them. I don't like these either. I don't like anything seemingly. Right. Yeah, but I'm just gonna get going, guys. We can talk to Dollman.
We can discuss anything you like here, Sam. It's a private room, after all.
Oh, really?
So if you ever want to sit down and talk, I'd be happy to share my thoughts on a variety of topics, along with any discoveries I happen to make. And who knows, some of it may even be of use to you as you work to connect all of Australia to the chiral network.
Yes. You're going to tell me what to do, aren't you?
You know, it looks as though you've been issued a few different hats, Sam. Why not experiment and switch up your headgear to suit your mood? You can also change the outfit I'm wearing if you like. I shall put my faith in your impeccable sense of fashion.
Do you not think I can read the menu? I'm not talking to you, man. It's baffling. I don't want to keep moaning about this, but they have no trust in the player to just have a go at stuff, to figure it out, to make a few mistakes. Like they made this guy record lines to tell me how to change the colour of the doll and change hats. Like, it's so unnecessary. Right, I'm out of here. Leave Dollman in the room. Okay, another flashback.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Okay, that did look like Cliff. That did look a bit like Cliff's suit, right? Because he had a black on black suit. Huh. Yeah, so the president guy had a brand, he had a company brand on his neck. Red flag #1. Red flag #2, he was dressed like a really neutral, blank, like businessman style, but then he had a white pearl ear stud, which was a massive red flag as well, because that didn't, you know, I just mean it wasn't like an affectation. It looked like something deliberate, and then he had that little badge that moved that was a crab. Yeah.
All right, Sam. Let me give you a rundown of your new job. The big one. It's the same deal as America. The people here are isolated. The cities are cut off from one another. And so, to bring all of Australia into the chiral network, we want you to cross the continent and link up key locations using your Cupid. To begin with, You'll connect several facilities in sequence on your way to the closest city to here, West Fort Knott. Charlie will brief you on the order that will take you to the first facility.
Oh.
Your first destination is home to what they're calling the government. They seek to establish a new administration to fill the void left by Australia's collapse. As the concept of formal governance is a distant memory to most, they opted for a simple name. These people are currently suffering from the effects of severe chiral contamination. But with UCA technology, they should be able to make a full recovery. The cargo you'll be entrusted with contains everything they need for their treatment. If we can deliver it and earn their trust, they should be amenable to joining the chiral network. Needless to say, it's their business to know the current lay of the land, and we would benefit from their support. We're already seeing anomalous chiralium readings throughout Australia. There's even a BT area not far from where we are now. A BB pod should allow you to use your Ultra deck to ascertain the location of BTs, but it's unclear if that pod will function correctly at this time. Proceed with the utmost caution.
Charlie may be our patron, but he likes to get his hands dirty whenever he can.
Sure.
He's been an excellent advisor to us as well.
Come on,
I say
Fragile.
this to assure you that any instructions Charlie gives have been discussed with and approved by me. All right, let's get to it. Review the details of the main order on the delivery terminal.
I feel like Fragile's being a bit naive here in her trusting of this disembodied voice. But he's also an evil bald guy, because he's clearly going to be like the main antagonist. I don't know, he's not, I don't know. But he very well could be though. Why else would he be concealing his identity from us? Right, so, deliver the chiral decontaminator to the government's base. The government. The first point in Australia that must be connected to the chiral network is a shelter inhabited by the government. Survivors who want to rebuild the Australian state. Their shelter is currently suffering from chiral contamination. Deliver a chiral decontaminator to help.
Updating with new data supplied by drawbridge from outside chiral network coverage.
Right, so we've got a BT area, a deep river. A photo spot at the Orange Coast, sure. Oh, there's a big facility over here. Map is obviously going to be a lot bigger than it looks, just like the first game. Right, so I might try and avoid the BTs and take the high road. So let's place the first marker here. And then I'm gonna... Oh god, that's not what I meant. Right, something like that, I think.
Sam, this is Charlie. APAS has been analyzing your actions so far, and it seems it's added some new upgrades tailored to your preferred way of working. It's my understanding that additional servers are currently being installed on several beaches, which should result in a marked increase in APAS's processing power. Due to the timeless nature of the beach, the potential to boost APAS's capabilities is infinite. Its analysis will therefore grow more comprehensive as you complete more orders, meaning you can expect additional enhancements to become available soon. Experiment with them and see what you like.
Yep, APAS can develop and upgrade Sam's movement and combat abilities to suit your playstyle. These enhancements can also be accessed by opening the ring and selecting APAS enhancements. Okay. Oh, we've got a cruiser. I think we're going to try and go the mountainous way, to be honest. Kojima Productions, Drawbridge. No, I'm okay.
APAS enhancements are now available.
Okay, activating an enhancement requires you to create an unbroken connection to it using your available memory. Your enhancements can be freely changed whenever you have chiral network coverage, allowing you to select a bespoke loadout for specific orders. Okay. So we've got 160 memory. Water filtration augments your canteen's water filtration capabilities, allowing it to fill more quickly when submerged in rivers exposed to timefall, and it makes the contents taste better. Weather analysis. Looking toward the sky when in compass mode displays the weather forecast for your current location. The forecasts are highly accurate but not infallible. Make sure you don't look directly into the sun. So these are quite cheap. Mule postbox hacking dramatically reduces the time taken to hack and unlock mule postboxes. Also, the mules are back. It's not just all bandits. An essential enhancement for retrieval operations, where every second counts. Noise canceller generates sound waves that are the precise inverse to those made by Sam's footsteps, effectively neutralizing them and rendering his movements almost silent. Continual recording and analysis of Sam's footsteps allowed this enhancement to be developed. Faster scanner recharging reduces the recharge time of the Odrodex sensors. Upon scanning, the results of the previous scan will disappear, but every second counts when you're in the field. Noise canceller seems like no breath. We could just afford all of this. Improved MP bullets. The accuracy and power of MP bullets is boosted. This enhancement was developed by analysing combat logs. Augmented terrain scanner. Doubles the terrain scanner's range, allowing Sam to analyse terrain from a greater distance. Instantaneously generates an electromagnetic field whenever Sam falls over, binding his cargo and preventing it from scattering. Drains a small amount of energy from Sam's battery pack upon activation. Wait time is required after each activation before the enhancement is ready to bind again. Sensor mode change. Adds a mode to the Odrodex terrain scanner which reduces its overall detection area in order to increase the range. Alright, like a narrower cone. This enhancement was developed in order to allow porters to respond to a wider range of situations within the field. Okay, so this one is the most expensive one. The cargo binding. So this stuff here, they're nice to haves, but I don't really think they're too important. So 40. Yeah, I think the terrain scanner stuff is pretty important. I'm not really bothered about the bullets. Excellent. Right, we need to fabricate some equipment, so... Hang on. Right, I've got a load of stuff in the private locker, so... Right, so the utility pouch is full. You can get a second pair of boots on there. We've got 2 PCCs, a climbing anchor. We're going to need lots of climbing stuff here, so... I think, anyway. I've got a mazer handgun. Grenade pouch. Let's take the EX grenades. And we'll take a rifle. Auto arrange. 2 container repair sprays, 6 climbing anchors, 2 ladders, 2 guns. Yeah, we're pretty decked out here. Right, and we're taking the high road and we're going on foot. I know we could try and take the bike. Okay, I had a sneezing fit. We're way heavier than I thought we would be. We're like over 100 kilograms. It's a why? Why? Why would you do this to me? Goodbye, Fragile.
Come back safe.
Yeah, this might be a mistake. I'm going for the high road. If I can avoid confrontation with BTs or mules or whoever, then I will do that. Why is my stamina already down? Because we're so heavy. Right, so I should be able to build stuff within a reasonable window here. So yeah. The BTs might be unavoidable, but I would rather challenge myself with the terrain than deal with them. Can't see any strands on this side. So when we get to the edge of the network, I'll build a timefall shelter.
Enough already.
I guess we could have come this way on the trike, I suppose. Oh, the strands over here as well. Is there? Right, so we saw from that delivery we did to Via Libre how quickly the cargo gets damaged. So there is a path down to the beach there, seemingly. A normal beach, not the death beach. We should be able to see where the edge of the network is when we get there. Spare ladders. Right, here's the edge of the network. So, let me stick a shelter here.
Hell yeah.
Construction process now.
Right.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Need some power skeletons. Stat. We're not too far off. There are some strands appearing here. But like we discovered, strands don't necessarily mean normal BTs. They could mean the little annoying things. I'm sure if we took the trike through the BT area, that could have ended badly. So. Wow, lots of skyscrapers in the ocean, or I guess it could be tar. No, I think it's the ocean still. But... I think we could have brought the trike this way, to be honest. Getting down would have been an issue. Feel the sun. Feel the sunset.
Not bad.
Uh-huh.
Very rocky. It's going to be pretty deadly if we have to go into Central Australia, right? I mean, Central Australia has never been inhabited. There's like, I know there's like a few underground type cities. I seem to remember learning about in school. It's so hot that you can't live outdoors. Dollman's not been too chatty, so it's all good. It's starting to get a little bit rocky here now. Let's have a look. Right, so I'm just going to remove the markers. I think we should make our way down this little crevice? It's sort of just about in front of us here. I thought we were going to need to use more climbing anchors here, but it was easier to traverse.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
I anticipated. Am I in the right spot here? Did that say a gatequake? I'm not quite in the right spot. I need to hop over. Causeway K? I need to just hop over here. Yes. No. That should be alright, surely. I don't think we damaged everything. Rearrange cargo. Excellent. Just what I hoped for. Could you sure use a floating carrier about now? Mass fabrication, it's a new feature. You can now fabricate different items simultaneously. Select the equipment you'd like to fabricate, then press square to add it to the fabrication queue. Right, photo mode. I can see a paver. We've got our work cut out for us. Yeah, one of you was saying in the comments about, I know I have seen it in the menu, you can sort of configure the online stuff, but I don't know. I just kind of want to. I didn't really enjoy any of the online stuff in the first game. Just. Oh right, it's covered in an illusion. That's a ways away. Slow down, Sam!
Shit.
What the hell? What are you playing at?
Good day, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
So that's blatantly a paver. There's the flag.
You're that bloke with drawbridge, aren't you? So you really came, eh? Cut straight through BT territory just to bring us our cargo.
Kind of.
That's quite a feat. Been waiting a long time for someone like you to show up. Let's see how well you were able to handle our delivery. I'm glad to see you handled our delivery with care. Now that's service.
Old Oz.
Like everyone says, you're a man people can count on. Already put that decontamination unit to good use. The chiralium levels had really gotten out of hand, so you couldn't have come at a better time. Thanks. Anyway, go ahead and connect us with that Cupid or whatever it is.
Right. Just surrender your sovereignty to the UCA. That's what you're doing. Oh, creepy crab man. With his pearl earring. Right, new strand. Of course they had to give him some weird glasses. Oh, and then Magellan just, follows us. Hey, the bowler gun, my favourite. A weapon that fires strands to bind targets, rendering them immobile. Effective against BTs and human enemies wearing any type of armour. Headshots on human targets bind the neck, knocking them unconscious. Shots are quiet, making it well suited for covert operations. Motion scanner. Nice. Adds that function to the order deck, and a firmware update. New backpack attachments are available. APS enhanced memory. So we got 20 extra memory.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Yeah. Oh, display. Right. Allows motion scanner results to be displayed for longer. We are still an adept mover.
A chiral communications transmission. With this network at our disposal, we might be able to make our dream a reality. We want to build a world where even the weakest among us have a chance. A world where people come together to stand against those who embrace violence. Ever since the Death Stranding, this continent has been afflicted by terrible environmental changes. It was bad enough, but out of nowhere, the anomalies became a hell of a lot more dramatic. Skyrocketing levels of chiral contamination. Those bloody watcher things coming out of the woodwork. Didn't realise it at the time, but the escalation of all this insanity coincided with the UCA's connection to the network and the appearance of the Plategate. The chiral network is causing instability beyond the reach of its coverage, which means the only way to fix it is to link up all of Australia. At least, that's what we here believe. To support your efforts, we've shared the data we have about the continent with your people. Information about the brigands and so on. Use it to the best of your ability.
What's this data?
Take the bowler gun, for example. With our data, we were able to improve and refine the design of the APAC standard issue model. You can charge it now to fire projectiles with a narrower spread. Perfect for taking down hard-to-reach targets with precision. And then, there's backpack customization. We've developed a number of unique attachments that can be equipped to the pack you're currently carrying. Stuff I guarantee will give you an edge in a fight. You might consider bringing this gear with you when you're prepping for your next run.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and last but not least, we've patched through an Odradek update that allows its sensor to pick up living beings and other entities. It's an improvement that builds on the sensor's existing functionality. Anything it detects will be visible to you as a silhouette for a brief time. I'm sure it'll come in handy down the road.
We just read all of that, right? Just read all of that on the update screen. Right, anyway, the situation.
We're not doing any better than the UCA or Mexico, I'm afraid. Only difference is the presence of armed belligerents we call brigands, as well as a new type of BT we've been seeing all over lately. The brigands have been trying to bring us to heel and are a right pain in the ass. They've got an irrational enmity for new tech like the chiral network, you see. We've also been seeing major earthquakes all over the continent, as well as devastating floods due to heavy timefall. You can have your work cut out for you while you're down under, that's for sure.
We need to get an easy Australian affectation. So we could have the year nahs, the year nah years, year nah. I think that's a fairly common one, isn't it, right? So no is year nah, yes is year nah year, and an enthusiastic yes is year nah. Is it? I can't remember. It's something like that. And the other obvious one, just to call someone a chiral unit never touch, right?
Due to our proximity to a BT area, this shelter was subject to significant chiral contamination. Said area has also been the source of a new type of BT. Unlike the usual sort, these ones are able to see us. Clear as day.
Oh, God.
As such, we've taken to calling the buggers Watchers. And they're every bit as dangerous as any other BT. You're going to want to steer clear at all costs.
Sure. Yeah.
Before I forget, there's a request I wanted to send your way. I know you're eager to hit the road and make progress, but I promise you, this is more than worth the trouble. It's a delivery for the lone commander, who lives not too far from here. He's an old ally who provided us with support for all matters military. He's also a crack shot with a sniper rifle. But after this and that, we went our separate ways. And he retired to a shelter off to the east. Can be a hard man to please, but if we could enlist his help again, I'm sure he'd provide us with all kinds of useful information. Data and schematics that might prove invaluable for your work. Especially if you're the type who likes to fight first and ask questions later. Should help us all combat the brigands at damn sight more effectively in any case. I'll filed this request as a sub-order, so check the terminal if you're interested in taking on extra work.
Oh, the evil bald guy's back.
Excellent work, Sam. With the government now part of the chiral network, we've successfully completed the first step in our journey to connect all of Australia. I want to thank you for making this possible. Well done. To extend network coverage as far as West Fort Knox, our next order of business will be to link up the Western Environmental Observatory. The associated order is ready for you. This one may well place you in considerable danger, so be sure to take extra care when selecting your equipment. Access the delivery terminal here to pick up this main order and get underway.
Order completed. Well done.
Alright. Yeah. Right. So he said, is there a compass on the screen that I'm just not seeing? Just because he said that this other guy was to the east. I don't think there is a compass, is there? Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. It's the blue ring. Got you. So, so he said that this old sniper rifle guy, so he's either here or here. Can't imagine it'd be this facility, but you never know. So he might be here. I think where we're going to end up going will be one of these two. I imagine that this is west not, because it's to the west. Oh, we've got a river, a flood. God, so the whole map is just constantly active. We've got a huge snowy region. Of course we do. Right. Yeah, so we've got an evil bald guy. We've got an evil balding guy in the president. And we've got Die Hardman's disembodied voice. Again. Nightmare! But, yeah. I guess what I was thinking about was sort of Sam's sort of being a bit... turning into a bit of being a bit of a fatalist, I suppose. Where he's sort of just going along with this, right? I don't know, going along with it, or he's just taking part when he maybe doesn't want to do anything, right? He doesn't want to help. He's just sort of goes along with it.
I appreciate the hard yakka.
Yeah, nah. Right, guys. We'll catch up in with the corpus in the next video. I just want to get my. I just want to make a few inroads here. So we'll probably do the side quest one first, try and bring this dude in, and then head over to the main quest. Lots of things to think about here. Yeah, it really seems like this Charlie character is. I don't know. I feel like it's obviously going to be a nefarious presence, but like we said at the start of the game, I mean, I don't think Higgs conclusively died, did he? So I'm wondering if it's something to do with him. Whether it's to do with the people in red, because my thought was that because the people in red, there was like a slight religious feeling to them, and Dollman said about them feeling like they were on a pilgrimage. They had a staff with like a woman with a hood on, which could represent Amelie / Bridget, and Higgs obviously worshipped her. So I was thinking more maybe there's some sort of Higgs connection anyway to them, rather than this Charlie character. But we've got a new series of flashbacks when we connect to the pod, even though there's nothing in the pod. Which I don't know. It felt like it was the perspective of Clifford Unger's death and Sam's death, right? His first death, but from the perspective of one of the soldiers. Because it was I think it was the perspective of...
It's break time. No arguments here.
I think it was the perspective of someone, the guy who shoots Clifford, but not, but before he goes back into the hospital room. I think. Yeah. Right, guys. I'm going to leave that one there. We finally made it to good old Oz. We need to reconnect the place up. We've got way more questions than answers, which is what we expected. And Sam is just going to keep plowing along. Right, from extinction to reconstruction. Homo sapiens are facing an unprecedented and existential threat in the form of the Death Stranding. Our beloved sunburnt country and its people are being consumed by the hellfires of oblivion. But even if its sweeping plains were stripped of life and reduced to a barren wasteland, the flower we call Australia will one day bloom again. We are Homo sapiens. From extinction to reconstruction, we must build our future once more. Interesting sentiment. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Sorry I've been moaning about the tutorial stuff. It's just... I just wish they'd leave me alone a bit, that's all I'm saying. Because I love the rest of the game so much, I just want them to let it breathe a bit. But it's part of the game, right? So I think that it's part of the game, so we've got to... I've got to complain about it just because it's part of it. I can't ignore it. But yeah. Right, so yeah, lots of questions. We'll see what we can do in the next one. So yeah, leave me a like if you enjoyed this one. Just remember, everyone, never trust an on-crate. I'll see you next time.